Before I do we announce the 5 selected ventures, I want to give a huge shout out to all 80 plus applicants and the 19 who were selected as semifinalists. You'll see them on your screen now. All of them very impressive founders who are working on the world's to-do list, also known as the Sustainable Development Goals. All applicants received feedback and connections from the dozens of activators who went through the selection process. How about that? So everybody wins. As semifinalists, these guys will continue to be highlighted and supported by the network, and several of them agreed to be speakers today and volunteers before they knew that they were selected. All of these semifinalists will have access to the CEO community for the coming year. Now, a little bit about the cohort. All 5 ventures happen to be activators. It's not a requirement to be an activator, but we are thrilled that they happen to be so. 60% of this cohort is led by Indigenous or women of color. Big change from our first year. They come across 3 states and from 5 very different sectors. So I'm going to announce the ventures one at a time. Please give a warm welcome each time they come up to the 2021 founders selected by our activators. First up, joining me on stage, we're going to just put out the names here, is Sharon Windsor of Earth, proudly 100 Aboriginal owned, award-winning innovators of Australian native products, bringing 60,000 years of authentic culture into homes and across the world. Woohoo! I see a lot of woohoos, squeals, fantastic. Next up, we have Minka Park of Kimchi Club, and I know she's got a fan club down in Adelaide right now, a group of migrant women making healthy and delicious Korean food for Australians, working to be a favorite food brand and provide good work for more women. Thank you, Minka. And third, we have Amy Bateman and Sean Murray of Pleasant State. Pleasant State is helping forward-thinking Australians reduce toxic chemicals and plastics in their homes with revolutionary Just Add Water cleaning products. We got some crying, we got some tears, we got cheering. For our 4th venture founder, we have Trina Probert of Super Fierce, who is closing the gender retirement gap, saving women $100,000 in super fees on average, and donating $100 each time to help vulnerable women through GoGo's programs. And GoGo is our venture from our first cohort, so everybody's playing together. And lucky last that I announced, Leanne Sanders of Visual Dreaming. Visual Dreaming is a digital health and wellness platform drawing on First Nation practices to holistic well-being and connection to country. If everyone wants to come off mute and do we can hear audible cheers, go ahead and do that because that's how we do a live virtual cheers. That's fantastic. I can feel that energy. Now what's going to happen is we'll hear from each founder who will give a 2-minute explanation of who they are and what they do. Following that, we have breakout rooms where you can join the deep dives with the founders. There will be 2 rounds, so you can meet with 2 ventures. I know there's a little bit of a FOMO here, but again, come and join the CEO network and you'll be able to continue to connect with them. First up, Sharon Windsor, Earth, your 2 minutes starting.
Yama, thank you everybody. Please excuse the tears. I'm not going to be able to control this. Yamagata Meingu, Tony Kanarapa. Hello, I'm Sharon. I'm the founder and CEO of Earth. This year I celebrate my 25 years in business. I started out producing Australian native foods a very long time ago called bush tucker. Bush tucker is food that my ancestors have sustained and lived on for more than 80,000 years. Foods that have been here, growing in the wild, supporting our communities, our people, and each other. Bush tucker, I established a retail line 10 years ago. We produce a quality range of Australian native foods, beverages, skincare, home fragrances. I've also opened a cafe and a high-end dining experience in Mudgee in the last 12 months. In that short period of time, we've been listed in the top 100 places to dine in Australia by Good Food. We're bringing people together to share and learn about bush foods and our culture through bush foods. Our products are currently ranged in 140 retail stores across the country. We are growing rapidly. The bush food industry is worth about $80 million a year, and only 1% of that ownership is Aboriginal. Traditionally, bush tucker is women's business, so less than that 1% is Aboriginal women owned. I am one of only a few Aboriginal owned and operated business in Australia who are producing a retail line across the country. We are rapidly growing and moving into supermarkets within the next year. By Easter, we'll be ranged in some high-end Woolworths stores in Sydney. In 6 months, we'll be launching into Singapore, and we'll be taking our dining experiences into Singapore as well. I'm at a very critical stage of my business within growth, being able to meet demand, upscaling and developing our products and meeting demand, moving either into contract manufacturing or to our own manufacturing facility. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so, so much. These things never happened to me. I'm very, very grateful. Congratulations to all the other winners, and I'm very, very proud to be here. You're not the cool.
Thank you, Sharon. You've got so much cheers happening in the Slack, in the chat channel. Tears are medicine. We got you. And I am so glad that I got to meet you in person and experience your food at Indigenous Cafe in Mudgee. And next up, we have Minka Park, who is going to share her 2 minutes about Kimchi Club.
Wow, what a day. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Minka Park, the founder of Kimchi Club in Ghana Land, South Australia. I started Kimchi Club to share my food culture with Australians because I met a group of South Korean women who are isolated and lonely here. We provide a decent wage and safe, friendly workplace as we produce our cultural food for Australians. Korean culture is getting more popular with the K-drama and K-pop conquering the world. Korean cars and electronic brands are also having huge market share. While Korean restaurants are growing in popularity, there is no recognized Korean food brand in supermarkets. Kimchi Club is an established brand with an opportunity to the #1 Korean food brand in stores. This is a great chance to help change people's eating habits to more plant-based, nutritious, organic, probiotic, and prebiotic food that people can easily prepare and enjoy at home. This is our first focus for SDG 2.1, access to nutritious food. To achieve this, Kimchi Club needs to scale, and this requires significant capital investments in foods, manufacturing equipment. When we scale, we'll be able to provide many more hours of decent work to more people, more women, supporting our goals of SDG 8.5, decent work for women. Thank you, CEO community. With your support, a migrant women-led food business is bringing healthy food culture to dining tables, improving diets, and supporting decent work for women. We have a big ask, of course. We need the money as a tool to transform our venture to scale and manufacturing process. And also our ranges are now available in WA, Perth. Please ask your local store to stock our products and buy from there. If stocks doesn't sell in 13 weeks, products will not be, it's not moving, so the store is gonna remove it from the shelves. I'm also looking for mentors who are specialized in food products and logistics, and also experience in scaling up and transitions in food industry. And also we are still looking for expanding to the East Coast. If you know any like-minded food distributors, please tell them about Kimchi Club, why we do it, how we do it, and share our stories with your loved ones and colleagues, and follow us on our socials. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minka. Way to go with the ask up front. Fantastic. If you want to hear from Minka, consider joining one of her rooms for one of the rounds. And I will agree, it is good. I had a chance to taste it the last time I was in Adelaide. Next up, we have Amy Bateman, founder of Pleasant State, for her 2 minutes.
Hello from Gubby Gubby Land. Normally I have my sidekick, Sean. She'd be telling me to be quite casual now. So I'll give that a crack, Sean. So it's so easy to say what's a bit of plastic here and there, but where is that water bottle that you bought last month at the petrol station? And how about that toothbrush that you used when you were 5 years old? Every piece of plastic that you've ever used is still in existence today. It's out there, it's floating around, it's buried underground, or even better, you ate it in last night's dinner. Yum. Australians are becoming increasingly concerned about the health of our planet, and it's not just plastics. We're starting to question the chemicals that are in our everyday products and the impacts that they're having on our own health and our planet. It might surprise you to know that these beautiful products are made up of 97% water, and the 3% active ingredients typically have things that cause cancers, allergies, and sensitizers. I know I suffered headaches for 2 years myself as a result. So Sean and I created Pleasant State, Australia's very first just add water cleaning bars, which when dissolved make a multi-purpose, a bathroom and a glass cleaner. We help forward-thinking Australians reduce their use of toxins and plastics in their homes. You simply fill your ridiculously good-looking bottle with water, drop in a concentrated bar, watch it dissolve, and then get cleaning. We're not just an incredible product though. We're on a mission to prove that doing good is good for business. We're a female-owned Aussie startup that's looking to change the game by balancing people, planet, and profits. Since launching our crowdfunding campaign in August last year, we've exceeded $340,000 in revenue, and we're currently 104% up on last month's sales. But more importantly, we've helped over 11,000 Australians make the switch to better for you cleaning products. We've donated $7,000 to our charity partner, Take 3 for the Sea, and we've collectively stopped over 35,000 plastic bottles from ever being made. So that we can make waves, not just ripples, when it comes to social and environmental impacts, we definitely need the Shego community support. So the first thing you can do is definitely do yourself a favor, your home a favor, the planet a favor, and buy our amazing products. We've got a sweet, sweet Christmas deal on at the moment at pleasantstate.com. But second, we definitely need support in developing a funding strategy that is not traditional and will allow us to continue to be focused on our purpose-led values. So go on, drop into the revolution.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. And now I know what's on my shopping list for Christmas. Fantastic. Next up, Trenna, founder of Super Fierce. 2 minutes.
So yeah, adding my thanks to everybody, just such a privilege, and spent the weekend with the Shego team and the other finalists, just being completely overwhelmed. And I'm astonished there aren't more tears, because there were plenty on the weekend from us all. So on to Super Fierce. Australian women on average earn $2 million less than men and retire with 47% less in super. And despite 60% of small businesses being established by women, we only secure 15% of the loans and a measly 2% of venture funding. The result? A $30 trillion global gender wealth gap. Now, you're all aware of the gender pay gap, of course, but it only makes up for around 30% of that gap. The rest is due to financial and social inequalities. It's not good. We all know that. That's why we're here. But we can change this. You can change this. And it starts with getting women confident about money. We believe in education, but alone it isn't enough. We also need appropriate advice, support, and female-first financial products. Now, bit of bad news there, little bit of hope. Now, close your eyes and imagine a money makeover that lasts a lifetime and feels as good as a trip to Mecca Cosmetica. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, that's Super Fierce. We're making it easy for women to take simple steps to get financially fit for life. We started super, even though it's boring, because it's ubiquitous. There are 8 million women with money in super in Australia. It's the second largest financial asset for most Australians, and it's the fastest way that we can start to close that $30 trillion global gender wealth gap. We've already saved our customers over $20 million in unnecessary fees and donated $8,500 to help women in need, but we're just getting started. Ultimately, You will be able to manage every aspect of your financial life in one beautiful digital platform, customized to your personal needs and dreams. Imagine that, a digital financial coach in your pocket, making it easy to build, grow, and protect wealth on your terms. Appropriate, affordable advice, accessible for every single woman. That's how we get the money flowing in the right direction. That's how we empower women, and that's how we change the world together. That's super fierce.
Amazing. And if I could just add, I remember Trina standing up at our first summit when we were live in person when it was just an idea. So congratulations. It's great to see you live with this product and as a finalist this year.
Thank you,
Finally, Leanne Sanders, founder of Visual Dreaming.
I'll try not to cry. I'd just like to begin by acknowledging that I'm on Wiradjuri country and pay my respects to the Wiradjuri elders here, past, present, and emerging, and just really acknowledge that the community here and the elders here have shaped and been a big part on the journey that I'm on. Today is actually my mentor. That was my first dream team that supported and guided me to look at the world in a different way. It's his birthday today, and he's unfortunately in the dream time, but so happens he's here today with me. We are creating a mobile app, which is for our First Nation youth to visually see the possibilities and set goals, and then have trusted networks to support them in their journey of healing. We know that if we can support them through culture and community, then we can change the future of our kids, because they have so many layers of trauma. Not one service can do it alone. When I think about my goal with Visual Dreaming and the SheEO community, you have just amplified my dream team. And it is exactly what I want to do for these young kids with trauma. And so I'm just really overwhelmed and grateful. And our ask is just to build on our dream team, and need some support around understanding our financials, because I struggle with that because I'm so passionate about what I do. I don't know how to turn that into dollars. Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. I've loved you from the minute I met you, and you've gotten so engaged into this SheEO community as an activator, now as a venture. So congratulations.